Sheikh, Bismillah. Can you answer a question on if you join after Adhan has been recited and Imam has started that Salat and finished the first Rak'ah and is about to start the second Rak'ah, but you don't know which Rak'ah you're joining in. So what is the right, what's the right approach? Do I need to finish up with the one Salah, one Rak'ah of Ehtiyat or not? Can you answer that? Is it different for Maghrib with a 3 Rak'ah versus a 4 Rak'ah for the other wajib prayers?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله اللهم صل على محمد. In answering the question of the brother about the ruling of Jama'ah, when I come and see Imam was already in the prayers and I want to join but I don't know which Salat is he performing, first Rak'ah, what should I do? In the fiqh of Ja'fari or Shia school of thought, there is no problem joining the Jama'ah prayer with the Imam even if your Salat is not the same. Meaning, I come and see Imam is performing, let's say, Salat al-Dhuhr, right? Qadha, he's doing Qadha. And I have to do Salat al-Maghrib, Ada. Can I pray behind him? Yes, you can pray behind him, Jama'ah. Meaning, you don't have to have the same common Salat in order to do Jama'ah. You can pray Jama'ah even though you both are praying 2 different prayers. And your Jama'ah is fine and your both Salat is fine as well. So when you come and you see Imam is praying, or the person is already praying, all you have to do is to make your niyyah, the Salat that you're performing, and then you join them, and then you continue. Now, let's say it's his second rak'ah, which is your first rak'ah. Now, in his second rak'ah, he has to sit down, but it's your first rak'ah, so you cannot sit. So when he said to do the tashahhud, you have to be in the state of getting ready to go to stand up, because that place is not for you to sit. So you have to be in the state of getting ready to stand until he finish the tashahhud, and then when he stands, then you stand as well. Now in that which is third rak'ah and your second rak'ah, here you have to read the full Fatiha and the surah, even though he has a choice of Fatiha and tasbihah. Right? Now when he comes in the third rak'ah, if he's praying, for example, the Maghrib, then you both can sit down together, which is your second rak'ah, his third rak'ah. He does the tashahhud. When he finishes the taslim, you stand up for your third rak'ah and finish your salah. If he is doing 4 rak'ah prayers, also he doesn't sit the third one, and you have to sit and do your tashahhud, and then join him in the 4th rak'ah, which is your third rak'ah. And then until he said the 4th rak'ah and finish the tashahhud and taslim, then you stand up and continue your prayer, which is at that point is going to become furada, single at that point after he finishes prayer. So that is how you join the prayer. I'm not sure if it's clear. A little complicated.
Yes, some demonstration.
It was too many
Demonstration.
So Sheikh, if you reach to a place and you have to offer Maghrib, but they have started Isha, so you first do Isha or you still do Maghrib like your own Maghrib and then do it, or just do Isha and then you can come back and do a Qaza Maghrib?
No, the answer is you pray your Maghrib but with them Jama'ah. You will make your niyyah, I'm praying Maghrib, wajib, qurbatan ila Allah. Even though they're doing Isha, right? Now when they get to the third rak'ah, you have to sit down and do your tashahhud and taslim, and then after that you start the first rak'ah with them with the niyyah of Isha. So then when you get the 2 salat with Jama'ah. Yes.
What are the absolute necessary amal, arakin in salah that everybody should know? Because there are many sunnat and mustahab amal also during salah, and there is this ruling which says that if there is a mustahab, you should not say it or do it with the niyyah of as if it's wajib. So absolute necessary things in namaz.
In namaz we have 3 important things. Number 1, there are things we call rukun or arkan as-salah. Number 2 is called wajibat as-salah. Number 3 is called mustahabbat as-salah. 3 things. Every Muslim must know. The first one, which is rukun, means pillars of salah. Rukun, if you didn't perform them, either by intentional or by forgetting, your salat is batil. You can't fix it. Okay? That is called rukun. It's the pillar, it's must. That is number one. Number two is the wajibat of salah. Certain things, they are wajib, you have to do. Those things, if you don't do them, you can fix them. Not doing them, you can fix them within your prayer. If you remember, you can fix as you go through your salah. That is number two. Number three is called mustahabbat. Things that are recommended to do. Those things, you can skip them if you want to. You can do them if you want to. Doing them, you get thawab. If you don't lose anything as well. You don't get the punishment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are the three important messages of namaz that everyone have to know. Now, question, what are the rukun? I don't know if you have time.
In 5 minutes.
Now, quickly, what are the rukun of salat? A rukun of salat, a few things that our scholars mentioned that it must. Okay? When you pray, you have to observe them. One of them is 2 sajdas together. When you pray, 2 sajdas are a rukun, a must. If you forget both of the sajdatain, your namaz is batil. You have to start all over again. Yes, if you forget one, then you can fix it. Okay? How do you fix it? You continue your prayer. If you remember, before you leave that place, then you have to do it immediately, before you leave. Now, if you remember after you already left the place, you can't go back, then what happened? You continue your prayers and then you finish your prayers. After you finish, then you do your 2 sajdatay sahw. Before you even say a word, no talking, nothing, you make your niyyah to sajdatay sahw, means 2 sajdas of forgetfulness, because you forgot something. So you do the 2 sajdas and then your salat is fine at that point. Okay? But if it's wajib also, it's something you have to do. Also, if you are able to meet it before you pass this position. Alright? That's wajib, you have to do it, but you fail to do it. Now you pass that place after salat, also you have to do the 2 sajdas as well. Now if it's mustahab, you miss it, you don't have to worry about it. But going back to the arkan, number 1 is, which is the 2 sajdas. Number 2 is ruku'. It's also considered one of the arkan of salah, that in your prayers you have to do them. If intentionally, I said, no, I don't want to do ruku' anyway, my salat is batil. Because it's one of the rukun. So the difference between the two, a wajib and the rukun, is that a rukun, if you miss it, your namaz is batil. If wajib you miss it, you can fix your salat. Mustahab, you don't have to worry about them. And wajibat of salat is like also reading certain surahs after Surah Al-Fatiha. You should read another surah. But if you don't have time, you can skip that surah. Mustahabat is like, for example, Al-Qunut is mustahab. If you want to do Qunut after the second rak'ah, it's mustahab. If you want to skip it, that is also fine. It doesn't hurt your prayer. Unfortunately, some people, they think Qunut is wajib. Even if they miss it, it's like namaz is batil. No, mustahabat is good to do them. They are like flowers and the roses that makes your house smell good, but they don't hurt anything if you don't have them. Yes.
I have a
Yes.
What is tasbihat arba? In which category does it fit? It's the it's the wajib thing, or it is okay to skip tasbihat arba and then read this suratul alhamd, or it's better to recite tasbihat arba? What is better?
Tasbihat is wajib. You have to read it. But wajib takhyiri. You have choice. And here, they said if you are an imam leading the prayer, there's difference between the ruling if you are a follower or you are the leader. If you are the imam, right, and the first rak'ah, you read Surah Al-Fatiha and the surah, right? In the third rak'ah, they say you have a choice of reading Fatiha only or Tasbihat al-Arba, which is Subhanallah, Walhamdulillah, Wa la ilaha illallah, Wallahu Akbar. Now, you have the choice, either Fatiha or this. Now, if you are the follower, in the first and the second rak'ah, you don't have to read Fatiha or surah. Why? Because Imam readings for you. Unfortunately, sometimes you see some people in Jama'ah, they want to read it themselves. No, you're not needed to read it. As long as Imam is reading, you are being covered. It's like insurance, right? Your mom and dad, they pay for insurance, you're covered. You don't have to worry about paying. They're paying for you. Now in the namaz, Imam is covering you. You don't have to worry about Fatiha and Surah. Now in the third rak'ah, you become 18 years old. Now you have to pay your own sin, right? When you are 4, 5, 6, your mom covers you. 18 years, you're older. Now you have to pay your own insurance. Now in the third and the fourth rak'ah, Imam cannot cover you. Now here you have to read for yourself. Now in reading, since you didn't read first and the second rak'ah, they say it's mustahab for you to read Fatiha. But for Imam, because he already read it, it's mustahab for him to read Tasbihah. But if you are reading alone, in the Fatiha, in the first and second rak'ah, you already read Fatiha too. So in the second rak'ah, the mustahab for you is to read the Tasbihat. But in either case, you can switch as to the way you want it. Meaning, you can read Fatiha and Surah in the first and the second rak'ah, and Fatiha in the third and fourth rak'ah. That's fine. You can choose to read also Fatiha and Surah in the first 2 rak'ah, and then in the last third rak'ah, you read Fatiha. In the fourth rak'ah, you read Tasbihat. That's fine. Either way you want to choose and take, that is absolutely fine. No problem in that. Yes.
I think it's no time for.
Okay, I have a question. Can we continue that after the namaz?
Of course.
Yeah, the question answer session after the lecture. We'll continue.
Huh?
Ask your question and answer.
Okay, I'll ask the question, you can answer it afterwards. Some of us in the community end up doing the imam. We lead
The prayer.
we lead the prayers, and I'm one of them sometimes. So when we are doing Maghrib or Isha, and the first rakat is almost ending, and you hear somebody just join and he said, Allahu Akbar. So you know, as Imam, you know that somebody has just joined, and I'm finishing Surah Al-Kawthar or Surah Al-Anzalna. Now I'm supposed to prolong some more to give the newcomer some time, chance to, and I'm almost finished reading Surah Al-Kawthar, or what should I do?
You continue. What it is that you can wait for him, you can give him a chance in the ruku. When you are in the state of ruku, you can prolong the dhikr and he can join. Because even if he gets you in the ruku, he has still got the rak'ah. So what you have to do is, when you finish your surah, when he comes, first you have to say Allahu Akbar, right? Which is the first takbiratul ihram. And then after that, Allahu Akbar to go to meet you in the ruku. So if you hear, as an imam, you hear the second rak'ah and the second takbir, you know that he's now in the ruku, then you can stand up and continue your salat. But you don't have to wait for him standing after the surah. No, you can proceed to the ruku and then wait for him in the ruku. You can prolong your zikr so he can catch up with you in the ruku. That's it.